If you share this, this week I'm working on Paris. How about this?
You're live?
Yep. Keep going to my slot.
Go.
Next one.
Yeah. You see it? Okay.
I'm with Mary, just go ahead. Okay, Jay, it's got to be played and you got to kick off the pool and go against homosexual family. It's made and square. It's been basically got put out the NBA. It's homosexual family. What's his name? Jay Knight. Jay Knight. Right, so he put out a video a couple of days ago where and he's like born again Christian now. So now the born again Christian. So he's speaking against why does the NBA have to have a gay day, lesbian day, LGBT day? Yeah. And he's speaking against it. The Chicago Bulls said we don't want you to speak against that. They cut him. I mean, when I say cut him, even though he's still going to get his money, they cut him and said he can't play for the team because that's conduct detrimental to the team. To speak out against that, to have even have an opinion to say why are we having that day. And he called out other Christians. He called out the Christian Steph Curry. He said Steph Curry and LeBron, y'all are not real Christians because you engaged in celebrating this gay day. And if we're real Christians, we're not supposed to celebrate that. That's encouraging. Let me say, if I could trace, there is absolutely an alliance between popular Black culture and the gay movement. And I think it probably started with Bernard Rustin, Bayard Rustin, and Martin Luther King Jr. Before Bayard Rustin and Martin Luther King Jr., Black people were against homosexuality. When I say Black people, I mean Black churches. That's right. Black Christian church that fought the Ku Klux Klan and fought lynchings. Remember, at that time, Black people were being lynched in the South every week. Every week, someone was being lynched. And Black preachers were fighting it up and risking their lives. Deacons of defense. Deacons, yeah, they were deacons of defense was a group of Black men that would fight against oppression from white people. So they called themselves deacons because they come from a certain background and of defense, meaning just like how we are defensive. So when they would get attacked by white people, they would be the ones you would call to defend against them. Can you imagine? It's unheard of until 1969. Like, it's unheard of to think that there would be people that would stand with that. It was heavy about what you're saying with Martin King. That was heavy. When you go to the history of Martin Luther King, he did not want to be nonviolent. Bayard Rustin, that nasty homosexual, taught him to use Gandhi's nonviolent movement for his nonviolent movement. So in fact, it's in mind, a gay man taught a straight man to be gay. That's right. That's him, man, because that's the truth. And you know that. That's historical too. You want to say something?
I mean, I just don't like that. Whenever I even look back at people revisiting history, they turn around and try to use Bayard Rustin like he's the gatekeeper to the freedom of Black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they try to utilize him like, yes, this is the answer. This is the representation. Like, he's not even the face of the movement, but they want to circumvent the whole movement to bring it back to him.
Yeah, they did circumvent. Yeah. Like Martin Luther King let that homosexual in. That was the end of Black people having their own battle, their own fight. So until this day, they will compare being homosexual to being Black in America. They'll compare it to being oppressed, being discriminated. Every single Black talking point the gays took, and you can thank Martin for that.
This is what we want. I watched the debate. It was sit down rally with Malcolm X and Megan Russell. This had to be the 60s. And I'm listening, and it just so happens that like everything they were talking about geopolitically, socially, just in general, with what was plaguing black people was still happening today. So I'm like, how is it 50 plus years later? And then it's still the same talking point. So it's what did any of you do to affect change?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you one thing that they did, which was open up a cash flow to rich blacks and Latinos. But let me tell you something. If you want to trace the root of the gay agenda that has taken over the black and Latino struggle politically, anytime that gay people are prominent, where gay people are being pushed, you can trace that back to the Israelis. You can trace that back to the one gay paradise in the Middle East, and that's Tel Aviv. Like gay people, whenever there's a gay agenda, the one who is funding it is Tel Aviv. It's the Israeli government. They're funding the gay agenda, and they fund that agenda through Bayard Rustin. They fund that gay agenda through Martin Luther King, through your black congressman, your black senator, your black reverend, your conservative leader, your liberal leader. All of them are getting paid by the one true gay champion in the Middle East, and that is Tel Aviv. That's the Israeli government. And before you know it, if I give 10 minutes, I'll trace back who's paying Bayard Rustin, and I'll find it was the NAACP, and through them I'll find out it was Jewish people. It might take me 10 minutes on this phone here. So I got you. Go ahead and do it now.
This is Magnus Hirschfield. You got to say Hirschfield.
You have to.
You got to say it like that.
You must.
Said a German Jewish physician was a pioneer in sexology and the LGBTQ plus rights, founding the world's first institute for sexual science in Berlin in 1919.
He said, Bobby.
And for sexual science in Berlin in 1919.
1919. Wasn't a nigga on a horse and buggy? Nigga was gay on a horse. It's hard to be gay on that horse, because you got to sit upright. And you have to be manly on that horse. They found a way to be gay on a horse. Go ahead.
They called him a gay Jewish doctor and championed the model through science to justice.
From science to justice. That science part is, they'll try to say, you were born gay.
Yeah.
This is a gene and you're born like this. Gay people are controlled by Jewish people.
Yeah.
Gay people control black people. Gay people control Hispanic people. All of them are controlled by Jewish people because they have the money. And that's it. Like so many things, the Bible says this, that all evil, all sin. You think about money, Tazariah.
Money is the root of all evil.
The love of money is the root of all evil.
Gain is godly.
And they think that gain is godly. Things in life are so simply summed up. Whatever you feed lives, whatever you starve dies. That's it. So whatever is getting funded is going to grow. Whatever is getting no money is going to die out. And the gay agenda is well fed. That thing gets food since 1919.
1919.
It gets food. Men like us we scrape and survive. We scrape by on crumbs and donations from the faithful. That's how we make it. We struggle to stay alive. This Passover we're celebrating up, we're fighting for this to even exist. For this to even be. Get the brothers in the room out who came down here tonight. Shout out to Atlanta over there. What's his brother's name in Atlanta right there? Hardcore Atlanta right there. New York, Texas. Asher out there out of headquarters. Detroit. DC, your hands. all these hardcore brothers, Syracuse and all the other brothers up. Let me tell you, man, you brothers and sisters are fighting an empire to come here. You're fighting a battle like it's too big for men to fight. The Passover is not supposed to be celebrated. You understand? By blacks and Latinos. It is not supposed to happen. To do it, you have to fight the innumerable army. You have to fight the enemy that is so strong that no one else can fight. You want to bring out something? Let me know. Please. DC right here. Go ahead. Microphone. You know I've never heard this before, right? Oh, God. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I just have been around a lot. I know where the money comes from. I would love you to. Samuel Levinson. Sandy Levinson. Go ahead.
Hey,
It's the middle in all the United States. The Southern Christian Leadership Conference. In the organization established by Dr. Kings and other Southern Baptists. He had a mission field against the Eastern Wing by man. Because I've never even heard of something. I've been around for a few years. I've never heard that. But I know where the money comes from. The money comes from one place. This is out there by the hand because telling the truth out there. So that's where the whole gay agenda comes from. Jewish people, Tel Aviv, the Israeli government, they partner up with the loathsome, disgusting members of your society who are deviant Christian men, deviant Christian women. And now, before you know it, every preacher is gay. The gay agenda, you have to have a gay day, a rainbow day in your church. Somehow blacks and gay people have become, allies. That's why, because Jewish
they act like we're fighting the same fight. They act like, and the crazy part always tricked me about it is like you can hide your gay. Like I was telling this white man, like when it comes to homosexuality, it's not natural for black people. That's why when you see that demon of homosexuality in black people, that's why they're always loud. They're always obnoxious. They're always flamboyant. But the white man can walk in here, but not necessarily here. You get the point. He can walk around us. He can be operating on you. He can be performing heart surgery and be a full-out homosexual, and you'll never know it because that demon fits perfectly on him. But they make it seem like it's the same fight where you can't hide your skin complexion. You can't hide being black, but you can actually hide being gay. They got a term for it, down low. I feel sorry for you, sis. That's why we get all the women.
That's why we get
because y'all on the DL and you should just come out the closet. So if you can do things to hide your gay, you can't do things to hide being black. But they have totally hijacked the whole movement of civil rights, Black Lives Matter, even Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, founded by Jewish people. You know who they hired? 2 lesbians. 2 lesbians. And you know what the lesbians said? They said, we're about the child, the mother, and the parent. They would not say they're about the father. Because they don't want a straight man. They don't want a mother, father, child like it should normally be. Because you got the Jewish man and you got lesbians. So there's nothing that has been done for black people that don't involve gay people. And if it involves gay people, it's never for you. And that's why that brother can get fired. Listen, they're paying him $10 million because he spoke against gays, and they're saying, we'd rather pay you $10 million not to play for us because you said to not have a gay day. Jesus. Speak. His family stopped talking to him. His family. That man has put out videos that we got a white woman. Good Lord, he would. But now, his family stopped talking to him. So he's now. I can see now it still would be wrong, but let's say if he offered 10 million, then I can see the family man, you fucked up the money. I can see you messing up the money, but he still got the money, and they still not talking to him. Meaning you can't even have your own belief and saying, I just don't agree with that while we celebrating that. It's say, well, you can't really talk about it. There's ways to talk about it. But instead, they said, we're going to fight, and his family is ostracizing him. But I just want to say what Kevin y'all was saying. The wife actually stopped taking his text messages. The wife stopped taking it. And there's so many cats that's in the NBA that came out and said something against him because he's the argument. The entire NBA came out saying he was in the wrong. Yeah, one cat came out and said, well, of course, Jesus Christ wouldn't stand for what you're saying. What? This is what he said. Just to show you how aggressive the game of homosexuality is, because that's what they've been pushing out again is the LGBT movement in the NBA, which is that's what made him finally step up and say something, is because they've been pushing it. So they did it in the NFL. But now in the NFL, nobody stepped up and said anything. So this is what it's been doing of late is in the sports negative. So they got represented the whole year to the economy, but they exploded. Yeah, and then they said, well, you got a mental issue. Yeah, that is an amazing thing. It was, let me tell you, when you brothers out there that are basketball fans, if you're looking to buy a jersey, that's the one. Yeah. You go find that jersey and buy that jersey if you like jersey. Yeah, it's selling out, actually. Listen, that's the one to go buy if you're into the Bulls. And let me tell you one more thing that came to strip my head out. I can't remember it. But that's the one to go buy. Yeah. Anything else? You gonna drop that go something? I would have cut. You said Chris Brown? Well, that was Chris Brown. You gotta give a little bit more context though, because then they can't fault Chris Brown. So okay, go ahead. I'm telling you. So I watched the video. In the video, Chris Brown brings. Now you can fault him for fixing a married woman. Now I don't know if you know that. That's why I don't know if you know he's married. As Chris Brown is leaning doing his performance, she engages him for the tongue kissing of a tongue kiss. And he just beat into the ball there. Like she's for ball tongue kiss. It just and she's engaging him. And of course he's going with the flow. He's performing. He's in the world. Right. He's performing. So she's full out initiating it. And then he just the little brother in the stand. They give his face? Yeah. You see a picture. What I saw, they got a picture of him. And he just looking like, this man's he was standing right in front of the stage. Yeah, they front row, sir. So what his wife is doing is he's standing in front of the stage. He's looking at her like this. No, you know what I'm saying? Why would you even let it go on the stage? Boy, I don't know. That's great. Right, that dog. Is it possible he didn't know he was married to a whore? I mean, y'all don't know y'all married to whores too. I don't know. You want to say something? Go ahead. Only my feelings. Like Captain said, why would you take your woman to a Chris Brown concert? It's certain artists, Chris Brown, great women on stage and perform semi-sexual acts for these women. At what? The concert? On stage at the concert. And the usher was putting cherries in. And the usher had some cherries dangling the cherries. You tell me at the concert. At the concert.
It's normal to just bring the woman up on stage and kiss her in the mouth.
Probably so they bring them on stage, they kiss you in the mouth, they bump and grind on them, they feel on them, they seduce him down on stage. So that brother bringing his wife. I mean, that's a hell of a time to find out.
Yeah.
So, but if you ever want to mention how big a whore your woman is, take her to stage to a Chris Brown or Usher or a Drake concert.
Wait a minute. I don't understand none of this. Let me understand it. Are you saying that if a woman goes to a Chris Brown concert, she's going to suck his penis?
Why the audience see it?
Does he have, what type of talent does he have? That's a powerful witchcraft, though.
It's like, I gotta be some type of fandom that comes with it. Because, women get fanned out all the time. You hear the term, yeah, sure, that's it right there. That's the picture.
Oh.
Yeah, you see it? You see it? Yeah.
Look at this nigga there.
You see how she lean up in there? They fanned out. You gotta be careful when your woman is a super big fan. That's probably the red
Okay,
case.
so meaning like the wife, she like, please let me go to
Please. Right, let me go.
Going on my girlfriend.
Right,
Please.
exactly.
I would eventually say that if my wife actually goes to an Usher concert or a Chris Brown concert, she lives to do that.
You're killing me.
Because that's what they do. It ain't no different from what R. Kelly was filming
Oh,
on the stage with that guy.
I am flabbergasted. I am absolutely flabbergasted. So you telling me these women go to the thing?
That's the picnic section.
In hopes of being whores.
Okay, but what do they get out of it? I mean, okay, they gonna kiss them, then they got to still go back to that cat that brought them. They just get the joy of the kiss.
Yeah, that's what she said. Y'all got what she said afterwards? We can get like, oh yeah, let's get what she said. She said something like, it wasn't no big deal. It wasn't, don't you? No big deal.
That's a hell of a thing. I understand that, her brothers. Raise your hand if Chris Brown tongue kiss your wife in here tonight. No, y'all don't play that shit. Keep back there. Some other like. Yeah, don't do that. Don't raise your hand either. Keep your hand down.
Yeah, the woman gave four bucks.
See, like a jam. Said noise. That me?
Really what? Nobody said like first.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, chill out.
We got it.
But that's a hell of a thing. That's a rough deal. Y'all brothers out there. Let me tell you, you know what it might be? Let me help you with something. I don't know what none of this sick shit is about here. All right? But this is what I would recommend for you young brothers who have wives. A lot of you brothers are too human with a woman. You're too flawed and fallible. So in essence, your wife doesn't look at you like you are a superstar.
Right.
Because she kind of looks at you like you're the one that has all these problems.
Right.
And you're just crying to her.
Right.
And you got mommy issues. And you kind of need a woman to have mercy on you. You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, damn near, like your wife has to be your mom.
Right.
Because she has to realize, you messed up and you need her support. And you need her to be on your side. And why isn't she in your corner? Well, Chris Brown, he just gonna put his dick in. Not to say that. But you kind of gotta, you don't want to be human with a woman.
That's right.
Right? And it's kind of, you're looking to be human because you're looking for what? A mommy.
Right.
You're looking for a mommy out there. And then when she isn't your mommy, what do you say? You can't be there for me?
Yeah.
You can't be there for me. I can't be vulnerable around you and all that.
Yeah.
Brother, Chris Brown ain't vulnerable. Chris Brown is on that stage.
Right.
All the women want him. They all want to have sex with him. And he's standing up there and he has no emotional issues. None. You understand? And that's attractive, young men.
Right.
You think you're attractive crying in her lap because you lost your job? baby. They laid me off today. I'm sorry. We gonna make it.
Weak ass nigga, this baby.
Yes, baby.
Come here, baby.
I'll work a few more hours.
Work with all
That ain't sexy. Ain't nothing sexy about that, brother. Okay, what you might want to do is you might want to behave like a superstar at home. You behave like that. Where nothing bothers you, nothing moves you. You're just above the earth. Then you're the star in your house. Now you're the hero in your house, and then your wife will want to kiss you. Then she'll be attracted by you. But it's a discipline, and there are a lot of men that don't want to live like that all day. You get my point? It's damn near like you go home, you want to take off your boots and go, my mommy never was there for me. I lost my job, my mommy, my daddy did. You kind of want to do that, and you expect this broad to be your mommy, therapist, everything. But she's just like, man, can I go to the Chris Brown concert or not? Because I need I need somebody that every woman wants. That is such a UPK thing. A UPK thing is to act like a man.
That's right.
That every woman wants to have sex with. That is one West. It is our culture. It's how we're taught. We're taught not to be men that look for mercy from women. My God. You need this bitch to be, she got to talk to you and, all you got so drunk. You alcoholics, you terrible at it too. Because an alcoholic really needs mercy.
Right.
Now you really need, man, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. Baby, don't kill you. Put the gun down. Don't do that. We love you. You love me. You crying and you fucking drunk. And the bitch is like, come on, don't do it. And then you like, okay. I put the gun down. Man, my mommy, my daddy, my high school, my job. And then the broad, she hugs you, she kisses you, she tucks the gun out of your hand, and she sucks Chris Brown's dick. Not to say that word, because that's not appropriate. But that is what happens. You want to behave like you are a star. What do you think we're teaching you with all this fly shit? All these sunglasses and braids and boots and fringes and all of this whole vibe we have. We act like men who women want. That's how we act. And you've got to be like that.
You got to hear this quote.
I'm saying.
It's what you're saying. This is from the woman who did it.
This is from the actual bro.
Yes, that's what it was.
Go ahead.
Sir, it says it's a entanglement between me and Chris Brown, minding our business.
That's what she's saying. Like, Chris Brown is satisfying a primal need in her to be with a man. Not with a flawed baby boy who didn't have a father and who had a mommy that wasn't affectionate. You get my point? That's the woman can't help you with your emotional needs, Doc.
Right.
She needs you to help her with hers.
Right, bro.
You got problems, coming to UPK, we'll help you out. But a woman can't.
Because like she say to you, when she needs saving, she going to find the Chris Brown. When she looking for the man, she's no longer looking at you as the man because you played the role of the broad.
Yes.
Like you crying to her, like that's a crazy role.
It is.
That's why we need fathers, because that's a crazy role reversal. You think crying in your woman's arms is masculine.
Yeah.
That is not masculine. And she knows it's not masculine. So when she goes through trauma, when she want to feel manliness, she's not looking at you because you've shown her you're not a man.
Cesaria, can I give you the exact same thing? It might be easier to understand. These type of men, they do this with their children also.
Yes, sir.
Like there is a father It needs the children to feel pity.
Right, right.
Like the child's got to go,
Right.
oh, Dad, I know you drank too much.
Right, right. That's
I know you. If you've been a child where you have to have pity on a drug addict father, that's the same thing. When your father is a cokehead or a
Right.
crackhead or a weed head or an alcoholic, and so you as a child go, okay, Dad,
Right.
Dad has been drinking. You got to kind of have pity on him. And the father has no problem with showing you his flaws,
Right.
his drunkenness, his drug addiction. He'll show it to you. Yeah, I know you don't want to be around me. I know that. I know how I be. And you know I love you, though, son. I know I'll be drunk sometime. And you gotta go, okay, Dad. Go to bed, Dad. Come on, let me walk you upstairs. Let me walk you and lay you down, Dad. Wow, brother, that okay, don't nobody love me anyway. And the child has to pity the parents. Well, that child is going to need good parents.
Right.
And we're going to provide them. I tell you, understand that. A lot of you out there, you're terrible parents, but we're going to take your children and be better parents than you.
Right.
I done made a career with that since the 90s. All I do all day, if I could crystallize my job into one thing, since 1995, under the service of Commander General YAHANNA, I'm just a surrogate father for people. I just go to people that had no good father. I just become the father they should have had and raise them from the beginning. And that's the whole fucking job. Excuse my language. That's just the whole thing.
One side, right? See the brothers sitting there. See the brothers sitting in the audience. You know,
Side Christ.
tell the they have a man with that problem. Go to a man.
Yes.
Things. Go to the woman problem tears. I know this behaviors walking home. That's ugly. I'm gonna have a problem and force to do some service. He dropped the damn ball. I'm being so feminine themselves and making women look for us. We love our sister. I ain't saying women should have to work. But anytime you take a man and wait have a nation from the north, you must be men. You will always have a need, you're a capital need that bring up the need. You better understand that your job and your job is man. You're looking for problems in life. You're looking for issues and all that. That be going on with the victims of the man. Don't call me brother on the phone. You got to me.
That's right.
I just said things because I had he talks to I wouldn't sit in and stand and do everybody there. Makes them. A lot of men, you know what I mean, they get correction in their heads and they decide they will make the man who's correcting the man. Yes, they do. You to get turn behind the problem, not you. That's it. Not the thing that you did in general line. Oh, yeah. As he corrected. And that last time I looked, he going to the Bible, they'll say he corrected me love. It's the best way to see it. That's so rough for all of us because he fulfilled us in love of us. Right. That's how you say right. Well said. I appreciate it.
I found out something in entertainment news about bad parents.
Go ahead.
So, Brandy, the singer, has a rollout coming with a book. And it just so happens that she talked about Boys to Men, Wanye. And now, apparently, Wanye took advantage of her and took her virginity at 16. 15.
God dang.
So now she's saying, I was young, impressionable. This 20-some-odd-year-old man took advantage of me. But here's the thing. They stayed together till she was 20-some-odd years old. And the parents knew about it the whole time.
Dang.
So now they're spinning this. Now, what the brother did was nasty.
Of course.
But they're trying to spin this like she was the victim. Like the parents weren't benefiting from Brandy paying their mortgage from being with this man on tour.
Of course. Well, you know.
So you got the further context. What she said was, he came to me like a mentor. But then when he went on tour, he would walk around saying, I got this underage girlfriend. And so as he coerced me, it went from mentor to closing to hugging and kissing. And although I knew what I was doing, I didn't know what I was doing. To totally victimize the YA cat. And again, I'm not justifying what he did, but the agenda is to make him look like the villain and her look like the innocent Brandy. Now, add further context. This bitch is the whore. Like, Brandy has had sex with so many niggas in the industry. Right. So many. Like, they just had a battle where Mace and Shine is a battle rap. So Shine is a rapper. Right. And Mace and Shine is saying how they had sex with her.
At the same time.
At the same time. So they on the It Is What It Is show with Cameron. And Shine is saying, I didn't even know you was talking to her at the time. Mace saying, I didn't know you was talking to her either. Brandy tried to come out and say that Shine is lying. Shine is like, why do I got to lie about that? I don't have to lie about that. So she's not an innocent woman, but that's the history that they try to portray of Brandy. Like she's just innocent woman.
You know, Brandy was a hoe.
You get out there like that.
I know 2 civilians that hit.
I had a little bit more framework about the music industry and entertainment industry. I remember when they were together back in the day. She was 16. They came to an award show together, and they were talking about how beautiful of a couple they were. You had a 20-something-year-old man with a 16-year-old girl on the red carpet, dressed up, coming as a well-known public couple, and the media framed them as a perfect couple, a beautiful couple, and talked about how good they look each other.
Well, that is, I'm flabbergasted
Get
again.
the whole thing. This
story has a UPK connection. And I'll tell you, back in the early 90s, Wanye came in the truth. And he became an officer of 50 in the school. I don't remember his Hebrew name, but he had a Hebrew name, and he was an officer of 50. And he came into the truth right after he broke up with Brandy. And he had tons of fights. He used to physically fight Brandy. I mean, where the cops would come to the house all the time.
Right.
And they would always come in and hear about these fights. And the police would always hide him. And I'll give you a more confirmation. He also was having physical fights with Adina Howard. There's a terrible story about Adina Howard. I don't know if I can even say it. I'm going to say it. This is the story. Allegedly, Adina Howard wanted to put a dildo in his butt. And Adina Howard pulled out a dildo and said, I'm going to put this in your ass, and shook it. And he said, hell no. He said he didn't. That's how he said they broke up. Now, to this day, I cannot stand that Wanye. It's so deep in me, I wish I could let it go. I had planned to let go of my hatred of boys to men this year. I did. Because let me tell you, there was a council in 1999. In 1999, there was a giant break-off in the school. Right? There was this cat named Tazadakian, and there was Commanding General YAHANNA. And the New York school, the majority of them broke off with Tazadakian. And Wanye and Sean was one of them. Both of them had Hebrew names. I don't remember the Hebrew names. I remember I went to the Passover with them, and I was a general at that time. I was a one-shield general. And they both came up to me to salute me, and I could not salute them. I remember it so clearly because the New York camp was treating them like superstars. Meaning they were officers of 50, but they weren't serving food. They weren't sweeping the floor. And I came up under Commanding General YAHANNA. An officer of 50 would sweep the floor and serve food. But they were in New York, a brother, and they were standing there with the chief head priest signing autographs. And so I went upstairs, and they came up and they said, how about Shemel Shabbat? I said, just like that. And the dark-skinned one said, and they left. But I was so disgusted at celebrities coming into school. This happens, right? So now after that, we had a council. And that's when Tazadakian was slandering Commanding General YAHANNA. And that faggot Wanye stood up and said, Commanding General YAHANNA, he's the devil. He said that. Brother, that sticks with me today. Today in my car, I will not let Boys and Men come on the radio.
Oh, God.
I cannot hear Boys and Men. And this is what happened. I told myself in 99, I said, I will never listen to Boys and Men again until they die. You know how I am about things.
Oh, God.
Then they're yeah. Then Kazadakia died. The cat that left the truth was died. He died of COVID. And I remember thinking to myself, well, Kazadakia died. I should let this go. I should allow my wives to not turn the radio. And Boys and Men came on. I still kept it going. I couldn't, to this, Boys and Men came on today. Coming in. I turned the radio. And I'm probably going to wait until he dies. Until Wanye dies.
Oh, God.
When Wanye dies, this thing will be over. I'm going to let this go. I'll put this down. But as long as he draws breath, that motherfucker said, he said, Commander General YAHANNA, he's the devil. I remember wanting to kill him there. Right there in that council, I wanted to kill him. And I did not kill him, but I'm not going to listen to him. Now, once he's dead, hey, listen, we can play all the Motown filler. We can let him go. We got to be on this forever. Not like I'm crazy.
Right. I always thought he had that bug myself.
I don't know, but I know him and Brandy was fighting in there. And he said, what's the girl?
Dina House.
You gonna put this in your ass. He went like this because it was one of them Sakari ones, one of them ones just floppity. He said he didn't do it.
Right.
Allegedly. Anyway, so that's all I got to say. But that is what I just said is UPK fact. It happened. I was there. I saw it. That's that. Everyone understands. Go ahead.
I have one more story.
Please.
All right.
That's true. Big can. Big can of Democrats and party.
I don't understand this one, Tazari. Now, Nick Cannon, now he loves Trump. And what's going on with him?
I don't know if it's because he was a friend of the white women. I think there might be a thing. But he's with Amber Rose.
What's her right now?
No. Not in a relationship. They're in the car. So they're doing a live stream. And so, as they're talking, Nick first starts off saying he's conservative. Then as they're talking and they bring up the Republican, the first thing Nick said, well, you know, the Republicans are the ones that freed the slaves, meaning that party was created, so-called fight against slavery. Then he goes on this epic rant of Trump is doing a good thing. And I don't understand why he said it's not a good thing. I don't see an agenda behind it.
Well, I could guess there might be a Jewish person somewhere involved in this.
Yeah, you don't be afraid. He just
It might be some way Nick Cannon believes he can get money because he'll grift and hustle white conservatives who are a stupid class of people and who you can make tons of money if you're a black or Latino that hates blacks and Latinos. You can get rich in the conservative party. You say something?
I'll say just
Give me a water.
They got a $50,000 signing bonus. And I saw a video of an ICE agent talking to a college professor. He said, I'm a college professor. I make $150,000 a year. He said, well, I got a high school degree and I make $250,000 a year to stand here and do what I'm doing.
Dang.
So you can be an ICE agent and make more than someone with a master's degree and went to school their whole life. And they said that it was a glitch in the system that if someone had the word officer in their name, they were qualified as an ICE agent. So Jeffro from down in the back of the woods, there was a security guard, that officer in his name.
Here we go.
Now he's making $250,000 a year.
The parole officers, the COs, all of them, they all ICE agents now, making $200,000 a year to be traidors, to be traitors. Come on, Chicago, you telling the truth. Go ahead.
Don't what I wonder about it is like everybody wants. Now I know why we don't like Trump. I have clear, concise understanding. But if in the world, if they don't like Trump, but then they like the Democratic representatives, what gain are they getting from either?
Okay, I can only guess.
I know this.
Watch in the coming weeks. If Nick Cannon is asked to speak at Turning Point USA events. He's going to make millions of dollars from doing that.
That's right.
I don't faggot that I be wanting you to battle so much. It's that cop.
Oh, the cop. What's the cop?
Officer Tatum.
Yeah, Officer Tatum.
Brother, my off time, I'm like, you need to see Tazario. You need to come here, you fucking bastard, dirty motherfucker. I sent him all kinds of shit. Then now my algorithm has nothing but hate. I got to turn on my phone because I hate my own phone. Go ahead, Harvey.
I noticed lately, this candidate is such an award, this thing relevant. Like, he's been any up-and-coming rappers, like podcasts. So this is like the
I think you're right, Chi-Town. If you are black or Latino and you support, if you're anti-Trump, there's a sea of you.
Right.
If you're black and Latino when you're pro-Trump, there's 10 of you.
Right.
And so they're going to give you all the money. You're going to get, I remember years ago, the brothers can find this online. There was a Mexican brother who was pro-Trump when his first election was. And he came up on MSNBC and he said, my people are very resourceful. If you don't stop us from coming in this country, there'll be a taco truck on every corner. I remember watching that. I couldn't believe that a brother from the tribe of Isupk would say something like that. He was on every show. He was asked to speak at every event because he was a Mexican who hated Mexicans, which makes him rare and marketable. So Nick Cannon, why is he on the news today? Would he be in the news if he hated Trump? No. He's in the news because he loves Trump. And this way, if you see him speaking somewhere, brother, they getting paid $400,000 to speak at those events. Those Turning Point USA events, they're getting money that is really not, it's hard to understand. Officer Tatum is getting cash. It is hard to really, there was one pro-Trump podcaster, brother, making $500,000 an episode. Now you can look, he wears all black. You've seen him before. The Russians were paying him $500,000 an episode. I remember being so stunned that kind of money was available. Can you imagine what Nick Cannon now could get?
The phrase taco trucks on every corner was a 2016 campaign warning from Marco Gutierrez.
Marco Gutierrez. Go ahead.
Founder of the Latinos for Trump. He argued that Mexican culture is dominant and imposing, and without stricter immigration policies, the U.S. would face a taco truck on every corner.
A Mexican said that on TV.
Yeah.
He got rich. He got rich. Detroit.
And
Okay, you got it, sir.
hey, so like you said, if I may, my big question would be, you know, that's not a violent thing to have a taco truck on each corner. What is the big deal of having a taco truck?
Brother, I would love a taco truck on every goddamn. I need a taco truck tonight. And I'm not joking. When I leave out of here, that's what I'm looking for. Who the fuck doesn't want a taco truck on every corner?
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Right. He hates people.
He hates good food. I can see him like he hates good food. That's all I can tell him. Go ahead, please.
No, that's
Lamont, go ahead.
My maid was like crazy on the way here. Because me and my yacht and my brother, we drove down from Chicago.
Okay, how many hours?
Actually stops and everything about 17, 18.
Hardcore. Go ahead.
And like once we hit Texas, we were already seeing Trump for 2028 signs everywhere in Texas. Like he just got elected last year.
He can't run again. That's the crazy part. He can't. Like they got Trump 2028, and he can't legally run again.
Let me up you to y'all. Not only can he not run, and their bastard is 100 now.
Right.
That means people think, what is he now, 85? People think he's going to be president at 90 years old. That is a wild witchcraft. Meaning they think he's not going to die. They think he'll just live forever. Go ahead, Lamar.
And that's like they were saying it's so heavy. It's like it doesn't even make sense. But it goes to show blacks and Indians how important Trump's philosophies and his beliefs are to their society. And it's saying no matter how much we hate or love ICE, Trump is gonna he's the one that they want there for eternity. Yeah. They found the perfect president to represent what this country stands for. So they're gonna do everything they can. Like he's a felon already. Should never even been able to get in office in the first place. So if they're gonna find a way and a section D, so if they're gonna find a way for us to run a third term, they're gonna find a way. Because that's their heart.
Trump is the hero for all mediocre white men. And just being a white man who's stupid as fucking, dumb as hell, and penis does not get hard, that is their hero. And they love him. He is what they've been looking for forever. He's Caesar. He is the ideal white man, meaning he's a white man with no qualifications, no skills, and yet he is still in charge. And that is the ideal white man. The ideal black and Latino is someone that excels, that's better than everyone else. The ideal white man is a white man that is a stupid idiot, but he still is rich. He still wins. You're correct about that.
And if I may, his racism.
Oh, how'd I forget about that?
Like, it goes to show you how much white people hate you, that they're willing to put an incompetent president in office. This cat is over in the Middle East right now. America is getting eight head cracked right now.
Yeah.
But remember, this is who they put in office.
Yeah.
So it's like damn near their racism is working against them, but they don't give a damn. They using the war gun and ready to elect him in 2028.
That's right.
That's because of how much they hate you.
Let me tell you, just today in the Supreme Court, Donald Trump is the first president in history to come to a Supreme Court hearing.
Right.
George Washington did not do it. No one has ever done it. Donald Trump showed up today in the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court was hearing cases against birthright citizenship to outlaw the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment was the amendment that made slaves citizens. Donald Trump wants to outlaw it. And that case was heard today around about 12 p.m. Donald Trump is the first president to sit in the courtroom to listen. Why don't presidents do it? Because they don't want to be seen to intimidate the Supreme Court. Donald Trump did it. And you stupid white people out there, you white people are so dumb, so ignorant, so impotent, and so incompetent that you would support someone like Donald Trump because you believe that if he outlaws the 14th Amendment, then not only Hispanics will not be citizens, but black people will not be citizens. Let me help you something, dumb white people. Black people were here before the Irish, before the Italians, before the Germans. If white people can take away black citizenship, they can take away the Irish, the Italian, the German, because Germans came here in the 40s. Black people have been here since 1611. You're so lustful. Your little tiny penis is so hard at getting rid of Mexicans and getting rid of black people that you're like, oh, we can get rid of black people. We've been here before you. Any law that gets rid of black people will get rid of your stinking Irish, donkey, dirty Irish grandfather. He came here in 1942. That's when the Italians came in. So if some law gets rid of black people, it'll get rid of your stinking, bog, dirty Irish grandfather. Also, you think rich white men won't get rid of poor white people? Are you out of your stupid mind? You think rich white people say, let's get rid of the blacks, but not the Irish. Never them. Never the Italians. You're going to. You're going to. You Irish and you Italians, you better look to blacks and Latinos to be your saviors. Because the freedom that we fight for is the reason that your stinking Irish grandfather got to become a citizen. We're the reason that your stinking Italian mafia grandfather was able to come here. Because black people went and fought. They fought. So now the Italians get to benefit from it.
Right.
The Irish and the Germans, Irish people came here, 4 million of them, brother, in 3 years.
Right.
4 million. Italians, 4 million in 5 years. We're the reason white people became American citizens. We're the reason that Europeans got to come here. Now, you don't help us. You don't help Latinos. If they get rid of the Latinos, what in the hell? What do you think they're going to do to you living in Tennessee and Alabama in some trailer park?
Right.
They're going to eat you alive. The Latinos are fighting for the rights of every poor person. Every person that is poor and indigent and suffering, the Latinos are fighting for your rights. And if you don't support us, absolutely remember this, that we're going to be standing over your graves in the time of justice, in the time of justicia. We're going to stand over your graves. So that's just go ahead.
Good. It seems like in their rush and their fervor to hate us, they forget that we're the buffer between them committing genocide on their own people. We're their vocal. We're the ones that they hate, so they don't go out, like you said, sir, and turn on each other.
That's it.
As long as they get rid of us, they're going to turn on each other and eliminate themselves as an entire race of nation.
Didn't they do that? Before us, who did they hate? The Irish. The Italians. That's why it's called a paddy wagon.
Right.
Because that was the truck that came to pick up your stinking bald Irish grandfather. They put him in that truck because he was drunk all the time. Before us, they hated the Irish. They hated the Italians. Brother, they hated the Catholics. Protestants killed the Catholics. The Catholics killed the Protestants. And white people are so dumb and they're so lustful. They'll think our rich white daddies will only kill the niggas in the sticks.
Right.
They'll never kill the Irish and the Italians. You better read a book. You better go. You have one?
Well, speaking of,
Shameless love.
and shameless
That was
plug.
the Lord.
And if anybody would like to know how the Catholic Church tried to assassinate a Protestant king by the name of King James,
Come on, boy.
HA Verified will give you the history, you understand, of this battle, forged in fire and blood.
That was the Lord. He's telling the truth. So it would behoove all white people to stand behind us as we fight for freedom.
That's right.
You better stand behind us. You better go ahead, because the freedom that we provide for you, you should at least be thankful for. You should thank us. The Latinos are fighting for workers' rights. Don't you white people get that? Every Latino is fighting for the rights of the worker, for the rights of the laborer. You white people don't support Latinos. They're fighting for you. They're fighting so every poor person can have a day off, can have equal pay, can have the weekend off, can get health care. The Latinos are fighting for the poor, and all you white people can do is hate them. Why, what you said earlier to Zaryak was so heavy. The only true civil rights is Black and Latino, because we're the only people that cannot hide our difference. You understand? The gay community, do you hear about Christy Nome? You know who Christy Nome is? Christy Nome was the former, come on. Please give her the microphone. And Asher will bring out the microphone here. Christy Nome was the former head of Homeland Security. Now, Christy Nome is against LGBT rights. She's against the transgender agenda. She is pro-family, pro-husband and wife. Now, let me give you the story about Christy Nome. Do you have it, Asher? I'll break it down for you. Christy Nome, she recently came before Congress because Christy Nome spent $250,000 on a Texas-themed commercial with her wearing a cowboy hat. And she spent $250,000 on it and paid her friends to make the commercial. She got fired by Donald Trump. This week, her husband was sitting behind her during the trial. Her husband looks like Chuck Norris. You know who Chuck Norris is? He's from Chuck Norris is like You know, the toughest white man in the world. You don't know who Chuck, you gotta look up Chuck Norris. Her husband was sitting beside her, looking like an MMA fighter. The whole hearing. This story came out today. Ask her. Microphone, camera.
So this is from the Independent Journal online. Christino blindsided by cross-dressing husbands.
Christy knows Chuck Norris' husband. At home. Brother, Sister Tazalaya broke this down to me 10 minutes ago. I've never heard of this. But there's some sexual disorder where you want to become a Barbie doll. I was going to bring it out tomorrow after I learned about it tomorrow. Tazalaya told me there's some sickness where you know how kids grow up with them Barbie dolls.
Right.
And there's some men that imagine that they are a Barbie doll. And Christy knows Chuck Norris' husband thinks he's a Barbie doll. And he would go online and wear fake prosthetic breasts. Someone looked up this disorder. It's called, it's as a name in every damn thing. Asher.
Okay?
Gay is a good one. That's the catch-all. That's the one that's good for all of it, as Joel said. He has some sickness where he needs to pretend to be Barbie. And something about these gay, what's the name of it?
The name of it is body dysmorphia disorder.
Body dysmorphia disorder. You got more about the Barbie?
Sometimes referred to informally as a Barbie doll syndrome.
Man, I heard about this a half an hour ago. Christy Noem's husband thinks he's a Barbie. And of course, what is up with you gay people? Gay people call into the chat. Because why do you, here's the part I don't get. You some secret gay man, right? Why do you always take video?
Right.
Because there is video. He's sitting up there with fake plastic breasts, like, with a whole fake breast. Why do you gay people always record yourself?
Right.
It's gay Sakari. Gay people calling. Purple pigs calling. Nate, you out there? Call in and tell me, why do you videotape yourself doing something that you don't want anyone to see you do?
I would think you know this for it.
You would think you would, brother. I seen the video. I saw it. Asher.
Like it, sir, but what you're doing is exactly what they're talking about. The family was blindsided by this, and they asked for privacy and prayers at the time.
They wanted you to pray for them, man. Let me tell you white people, you got such a sad sickness. You're terrible. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because no one knew he had body dysmorphia. Everyone thought he was a flag-waving Republican. Loved America. The only real civil rights come from people that cannot hide that they're different from white people.
Right.
We can't hide it. Like Asa, you can't hide it. Asher, you can't hide it. Sabalawan, you can't hide it. North American Indian Gad, you can't walk into a job and say, hello, my name is Steve. And no one knows that you're a wetback and a spit and a beater. Right. Everyone knows it.
Right.
You can't change your voice and walk into a job interview and act like you're white. Everyone that sees you knows you're a spit. How are you siding with gay people? You can hide it. They can hide it at will. This man hid it. This man was a Donald Trump conservative who was against gay rights, against gay marriage, and his wife became the Secretary of Homeland Security, and he got $240 million for a 3-minute commercial. Now you go try to hide who you want. You walk into that job and try to cut your beard and talk like a white, like a whale, like a goddamn gringo, and everyone will know that you are who you are. Now, how can anyone side with us? We cannot hide it. We can't change our voice and look different. Everyone sees you. Everyone knows that you are not white, which means we are allies and we have no one else. Nosotros solos Nosotros solos, we do this ourselves alone. Gay people cannot help us. The Democrats cannot help us. Why? Because if you're a Democrat today, what can you be in 2 years? A Republican. How do I know? Because when I was a kid, Donald Trump was a Democrat. I remember it. Donald Trump voted for Hillary Clinton. He was a Democrat. And one day, Donald Trump is a Republican. He can change political party. You can hide his sexual identity. You can move from one state to another. But you cannot change the fact that your bloodline makes you look like that. Everyone knows it, and they will never forgive you for looking like you. Nosotros solos, son. We'll do this ourselves alone and no one else. Sit back here. Go ahead, Bill. Come on.
I was gonna say, so you said how they film themselves doing these things and they don't want to get caught. It could be the same, just wanted that like a serial killer had. Well, they kill people in secret and silent, and they go through all of these tricks and trades like hiding, but they'll take the souvenir. They'll do things, you know what I mean, similar to victims because they secretly want to get caught. Because they secretly want somebody to stop them because there's something inside them screaming out for help, telling them what's wrong.
That rings true out. Like they want to be caught.
So they does.
They find a way to do it.
Good to go. Good old thank you. Right.
Please, Dustin, we got some announcements. So please go.
We got to say the board show tomorrow. We got the annual Passover Kings party. As I mentioned, anyone of the kids want to go to the annual party to show up at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. And then later on that evening, right here in the 12, we have General Hyman's scripture breakdown class. So we have every year. We have the heaviest conference with every for the meeting. And then of course, on Friday, we have the All Black Party. You understand? Always was the performance and all brothers and sisters out there. And Saturday, the main event, we have the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. I'm going to make it out. We've been right here, making the people, the guards, the fly, the parents, the friends, everyone back to Saturday evening, make sure to show up. Because that's the order by the Lord.
Can I make it done? Can I add on to this? Let me do the microphone if I could. I just want to say something about that all black party if I could. You women out there, you wear a white corsage and you get to that all black party. These brothers in the UK, they come and act single women. And I'm messing around with you. You know how people in the world are nonchalant? These niggas in here is chalant. You understand me? They are chalant. So if I was you, I'd signify that you're single or married. Because that all black party, brother, these brothers in here, they are shallots. See, brothers in the world, they're nonchalant. They might see you across the room and go, they might do this to you. Brothers, you see what I'm sitting here with? I ain't gonna say nothing, let me tell you something. This one here is shalom. You understand me? It's shalom. Y'all look shalom too. The rest of y'all look there. God, you looking very shalom. You damn son. You try to look off with shalom. Listen, sisters, be careful of that. You tell me the whole black party, just know that these brothers are not shy. The UPK men are not shy. They're not bashful. So you want to, let everybody know you're married. That's all I can say about it.
No, I'm saying, as well, get the Passover if you don't bring something at all. If you haven't paid the $200 Passover fee, make sure to pay that as soon as possible. Anyone that's 17 and above must pay that. You know, saying the last thing they're going on this weekend, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Like Sunday on my Sunday, when it says if we grab it, you know, energy drinks, $5 energy drinks, and all that. He's going to be up for a long time, man. Right? You're staying on the seat when you get home. Yes, we can. That's it. The last one more than that's it. That's it. Make sure every no time. These are not group of people who have. I'll say it, but I will walk them down. Go wrong. How about shimmy outside by the thumb? Pump your thumb! Pump your thumb! Who's the power? Who's the power? Who we fear? Who we fear? Who's your king? Who's your king? Who's your king? What's your name? Y'all give me time. You're dismissed.
Right.